able to perform at their potential in important competitions for these following reasons. Number one, he says they are not well enough practiced at overcoming distractions. They are not well enough practiced at overcoming distractions. You see, when we get ready to prospect, when we get ready to go out and door knock, when we get ready to go on an appointment, how much time, effort, and energy do we take to set up the time, the focus, the script, to be prepared, to be ready for that moment? How much time do we take? Or do we just kind of go out there and, you know, I'm kind of cool. I got my new blue suit on. I got my nice new tie on. You know, I got my shoes shine. Hope you got your shoes shine. Got my shoes shine, and I'm going to sell a house. I'm going to get that listing. And you walk into the house, and of course, because traffic was a little bit heavier and you didn't start out on time, you were a teeny bit late. That ever happened to anybody? Just a teeny bit late. Supposed to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you were there at 9:10, 9:05. Just a few minutes. Not bad, not terrible, but you're a few minutes late. And you get into the house, and you're a little bit frazzled, and you're looking for your papers, and of course, you left that office in a little bit of a hurry because you didn't plan everything out right and pre-plan your presentation, so all you have to do is push a button on the computer and out it comes and it's all set up for you. And maybe your computer didn't work because you started a little bit late on getting the system going. So you're a little bit frazzled going out there. This is what Terry Orlick says, that they're not well enough practiced at overcoming distractions. Because let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to have distractions in prospecting. You're going to have distractions in situations that come up in your, when you're going to make a presentation. They are going to happen. They are going to happen to you. This is what costs Olympic champions tenths of seconds off of the game. You lose tens of thousands of dollars for not showing up on time. The guy or gal before you came a little bit early. They practiced a little bit harder. Number two, they are not well enough practiced at focusing totally on their task for the entire performance. Totally focused on their task for the entire performance. Now, I've got to say that most of you are probably focused on your task for your listing presentation, right? Say yes. Yes. Would you say that? Yes. For the most part. All right? If you know what to say and how to say it, you're probably out there. But let me ask you something. Would you say that your prospecting is an important task on a daily basis? And if you say the answer is yes, it is an important task, then are you practiced at focusing totally for the entire task? You put out 3 hours for prospecting. How many times do you start a little bit late? Worse, how many times do you quit early? How many times do you get off track during it? How many, if you're prospecting here in the office and you're making your calls on a Tuesday blitz, how many times does your cell phone go off or your smartphone go off and take you off task? So you go off and make a phone call or you return a call to somebody. You see, Terry Orlick says that when we stop our focus, not only does it take time to get back on, we may never really get right back on. And what about that next phone call? Okay? That next phone call, you're dialing the number, you're kind of off a little bit, you're not thinking about what's going on, and you're calling expired, you say, when do you plan on interviewing the right agent for the job of selling your home? And they say never, and you weren't on, and they hang up, and you just now lost that opportunity. Because had you been able to keep them on the phone for just a moment longer, that could have turned into an appointment and a $10,000 commission check. Am I making sense here? It's the little things, ladies and gentlemen. Third point. They have not done enough quality imagery, visualization, quality training, and competition simulation to refine the mental and physical skills required to excel in competition. Terry Orlick says that they don't practice enough. The great athletes aren't practicing enough. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you practice enough? Do you put yourself in the situations enough? We had a great conversation that Ray brought up on a couple of issues. Is the client really buying a $500,000 house? Are they making a $500,000 investment, or are they really making a $100,000 investment? Interesting. Because what does the client want? How much is it down, and how much are my monthly payments is usually the bottom line. We're not focused on that. We get focused on the price, and we lose the opportunity for the transaction. How many times do you role play and practice that with each other to be able to come up with that end result? They have not done enough quality imagery or visualization. You need to visualize getting the signature. You need to visualize making that presentation. I'm practicing. Most of you, hopefully all of you, if you didn't get an invitation, should have gotten an invitation over the weekend. And if you didn't see me, for my 60th birthday thing. So at this event, I'm doing a little dance, okay? Mainly because I can. Actually, we decided to do the dance in big part because I needed to work out more and lose weight. And I couldn't do it doing what I was doing. So I came up with this idea that I would do this choreography dance and with my wife, and we would do this. I'm telling you, I work out 4 nights a week and for 1 hour, and I am drenched, absolutely drenched. But I bring this up so that you understand that it takes a lot of practice to go into it. Well, it's only now, recently, after I've probably 30 practices now so far, and I still have another 15 or 20 to go. And it's still not going to be any good, okay? It'll just be funny. Okay, this is not Dancing with the Stars. They're good. I have a whole new respect for when I see some of those, whoa, you know, those movements that they're doing. They're amazing, okay? But what I want to say to you is that I'm starting to visualize the routine now. And as I visualize the routine, and then I go to the practice, the instructor is saying, wow, you've been practicing. And the truth is I haven't, except up here. And when you start to do that, and you get that imagery of the presentation, and it works, and the flow, and the dance, and the change, and the tune, you can do the same thing with your listing presentations. You can do the same thing with your objection handlers. And then the fourth point, he said, they are not well enough rested when it comes time to compete. They are not well enough rested when it comes time to compete. I'm saying to you, you cannot do this work 24/7. I don't want you to do this work 24/7. You've got to take a day off. You've got to get away from